Let's start with the very simple question. Have you seen any of the person that move on a road that always have some kind of the hand opening like this? They always move it like this. So basically, they open their arms. And other thing, if you've done the observation, they always carry heavy stick with them or any kind of the heavy. So why they keep that? The question is, if you think it logically, that doesn't make any sense because as they have the bigger rope, it's become more difficult to walk them. If you think logically, because it is more heavy rope that they are carrying and it should be more difficult for them. So why they actually uh, carry when they move it on the rope? So even we have seen it. So the question is why? To understand that, let's try to understand that is the concept of rotational inertia. Before going to the rotational inertia, let's try to understand what is inertia. Inertia is just the tendency of an object to resist any change that is happening. So if you see this pen, so if I leave this pen here on my hand, it will keep stay here until unless I'm not going to apply any kind of the force. So it is just resisting the whatever the state it is. If I leave it here, it will remain here. So that opposing the nature. So if it is moving, it has the tendency to move. If I move on the road, so it keep on moving. Why it actually stop? Because of the friction force. Otherwise, it keep on moving. In the same way, this pen had the less mass, but this chair had the more mass. So it is more difficult for me to move this chair because it had more mass, means more inertia in the object. But this is when we talk about the rotation of the things, this is slightly different than the uh, simple inertia that we have it, the translation inertia, you can say. So when the things rotate, it just not only depend upon the mass of the. So if it is for me, if the mass is more close to the point of rotation, so this is the point of the rotation about where I'm rotating that one. So it's easy for me to rotate. But as the point of rotation become more, so I'm moving like this. So it is the point of the rotation, the mass is more further. If I make it more heavy, it is more difficult. So it's easy to spin any small object. It's very easy.